Hi, today we are going to talk about disjoint set. Our topics will be, in this flow, parent node, root node or maybe head, disjoint set, then how disjoint set works, and then we will talk about connectivity, like the purpose of disjoint set. Let's see. So what is the parent node? So parent node means that, suppose in this graph, if you look here, we can see that 0 is a parent node of 1. This is undirected graph. In that case, 1 can also be a parent node of 0. But for the sake of simplicity, we are just considering it like a tree. But if, of course, it's a graph. So in that case, we can see for sure if it is a directed graph, we can consider that right 0 is a parent of 1. So parent means that which is like an ancestor. So parent is like an ancestor, or any node which is on top level of the current node and it is directly connected. So that's what we call the parent. So in this case, this 0 is a parent of 1. And 1 is also a parent of 5. So 1 is parent of 5, 0 is parent of 1. So that's first part is done. That we understand now. Root node means that any node which don't have any parent. That's the root node we can consider. Like here, in this case, 0 is a root node, because it doesn't have any parent. Again, that can go in a very different angle. You can consider 2 is a root node because it is undirected graph and we can consider it doesn't have any parent. Similarly, you can consider 1 or 5. But here we consider 0 is a root node. It doesn't have any parent, and 1 is a child, 2 is a child, and 5 is also a child of 1. So simple difference between root node and parent node is that the parent node may have another parent, but root node doesn't have any parent. So that's pretty simple. Root node is also called a head node. Now, what is disjoint set? So disjoint set is a data structure. That data structure helps us it helps us in answering the question. If someone, let's suppose if there is a graph, if I will say 1, and someone asks us some question, is 1 and 5 are connected? So that disjoint set can give the answer of connectivity, and it tells us that, okay, 1 and 5 are connected or not. Suppose there is another node here and we ask, is 2 and 6 are connected? And it will say false. No, they are not connected. So disjoint set helps us to give the answer of when we were asking about that if two nodes are connected or not. So I think that disjoint set makes sense. And one more thing if I want to add, that disjoint set takes the help union and find. So you can consider union find an algorithm, or you can consider it as a data structure. Considering the part of this data structure utility function, you can consider as a data structure of that. Otherwise, you can consider them as an algorithm. All right. So how disjoint set actually works? So I think that we have already answered this question, check connectivity. The purpose of disjoint set is to answer connectivity. It tells us if two nodes are connected or not. So the last point is also done. Now we will talk about how disjoint set works. We will go on a very abstract level that how they works. So suppose here, the number of nodes was given are 6. And these are the edges. From these edges, we will construct a disjoint set. When we look at this edge, from that edge we will union. So from union it means that these two vertices u and v, so u mean that 0 and v mean 1, so these two vertices will be union. It is going to do two things. The first, he is going to connect them. The second part, he is going to make a common parent. So these two tasks was being done by union. So what we will do here, when we will say make a common set of 0 and 1, that's the first step. Connect is being done. Now common parent means that these two will decide that who is the parent. So in this case, suppose 1 says 0 is a parent. Now when we'll go to the second edge, 0 and 2, so we are going to connect 0 and 2. In that case, that set will become like this. And in this case, 2 and second part, we will say 2 and 0 will decide who is the parent. Suppose to say again that 0 is my parent. Now next we will go for 1 and 5. So for 1 and 5, it is going to consider that, okay, the set is becoming bigger, and now 1 and 5 will decide who is the parent. And 5 can say, okay, 1 is my parent. You can also see this whole picture like that. 0 and 1 was being connected. It was being made as a parent. And then 2 and 0 is connected, then again it is being made a parent, and then 5 and 0 are being connected, and 1 is being made as a parent. And 1 says 0 is my parent. So indirectly 0 is a parent of 5. When 4 and 3 was, this edge is being considered, going to connect them, they both will decide who is the parent. Suppose 4 is a parent, and then 6 is altogether alone. So that's how union find will make the whole data structure. Now from find, this find function, if I will say find 0, so find 0 will just give us an answer. Who is the parent? Like it will give the answer parent of 0 vertex. So it is just going to tell us this thing. And now once this whole data structure is being made, we can ask some question to our disjoint set. Is 1 and 2 are connected or no? So from here we can see, we will ask 1, who is your parent? And he will tell us that. Let me make it a little bigger. So when we are asking the question 1 and 2, so from that we will ask, who is your parent? 1 will say, my parent is 0. And from 2 we will ask, who is your parent? He will say, my parent is 0. In that case they both are common, and we will result as they are connected. And similarly, if we will ask 0 and 3, so the same question we will ask that who is your parent? It will say 0. And from 3 we will ask that who is your parent? It will say 4 is my parent. In that case both are not equal, and we will say they are unconnected. Now there is an interesting question also when someone is going to ask that 0 and 5. So from 0 and 5 we will say, who is your parent? It will say, I am my own parent. And then for 5 we are going, who is your parent? 5 say 1 is my parent. They're not equal, but we found that 1 is not the parent of itself. It's not a root node. So we have to ask again from 1 that who is your parent? So actually we were trying to find root node of both. So when we were looking for 1 and 2, we were just looking who is the root node. For 0 and 3 we were just looking who is the root node. And here again we were just looking for who is the root node. So 1 says I'm not root, go for my parent. So it will tell us again that 0 is my parent. Now in that case 0 is equal to 0, so they both are connected. That's the simple flow in disjoint set, that how it is working. So I think that this whole makes sense. Now in the next step, in the next video, we will talk more deeply about disjoint set. We will talk about union, we will talk about find, and then we will see that what is quick union and quick find, and then we will talk about union find by rank. So we will see that how it all goes, and then for sure we will look for the path compression, and all those topics will be coming in the next video, and hopefully this will make complete sense. And after that, any question which will be related with these disjoint set topic, you can easily understand and crack them. Let's see into the next video. Bye.